And this eagerness or laulyam pleases Krishna the most. When one desperately waits for such associations in which he can hear about instructions of Krishna, hear about glories of Krishna. So when we have enough curiosity, eagerness, laulyam, lobh, greed, that is the only qualification we need to have to become a good devotee. The more you hear, more you become eager. More you chant, more you become greedy. Okay. So इनके वीडियो बंद हैं, यदि ऑन कर सके तो इट बी वंडरफुल. प्लीज चित्रा माता जी, चित्रा माता जी, सिद्धार्थ प्रभु, थैंक यू. कहाँ है चित्रा माता जी? ओके, चलो ठीक है. Okay, so today we are supposed to do verse number 4th chapter and verse number 7 and 8. Okay, very important verse, very famous verses, both of them, 7 and 8. So we'll see if we can do one of them together. Who all remember this verse or memorize this verse? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhyuthana dharmasya tadatmanam sajami. किस किस को आता है? Who all remember this? Anyone? Okay, they are quite a few. Very nice. Okay. So this and if possible next verse we'll try. Okay. So you can recite after me. Yada yada hi dharmasya. I can mute Vinita Mataji. Yada yada hi dharmasya.
Yada yada hi dharmasya.
Glanir bhavati bharata.
Glanir bhavati bharata.
Abhyutthanam adharmasya.
Abhyuthanam adharmasya.
Tadatmanam sajamiham.
Tadatmanam srajamiham.
Yada yada hi dharmasya.
Yada yada hi dharmasya.
Glanir bhavati bharata.
Glanir bhavati bharata.
Abhyutthanam adharmasya.
Abhyuthanam dharmasya.
Adharmasya. Abhyutham adharmasya.
Abhyuthanam adharmasya.
Tadatmanam sajamiham.
Tadatmanam srajamiham.
Thank you, Nanda. Very nice. Word by word meaning is like this. Yada yada, whenever and wherever. He certainly, dharmasya, of religion. Glanihi, discrepancies. Bhavati, become manifested. Bharata, O descendant of Bharata. Abhyuthanam, predominance. Adharmasya, of irreligion. Tada, at that time. Atmanam, self. Sajami, manifest. Aham, I. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Whenever and wherever there is decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion. At that time, I dissent myself. Please repeat after me. Mamta Mataji, unmute yourself. Whenever and wherever
Whenever and wherever
there is decline
there is decline
in religious practice,
in religious practice,
O descendant of Bharata,
O descendant of Bharata,
and a predominant rise
and a predominant rise
of irreligion,
of the religion,
of irreligion,
of religion,
of
of irreligion,
Hmm.
of irreligion,
At that time,
at that time,
I dissent myself.
I dissent myself.
Yes, please read the purport, Mataji.
The word srajami is significant herein. Srajami cannot be used in the sense of creation because, according to the previous verse, there is no creation of the Lord's form of or body, since all the forms are eternally existent. Therefore, srajami means the Lord that the Lord manifests himself as he is. Although the Lord appears on schedule, namely at the end of the Dwapara Yug of the 28th millennium of the 7th Manu in one day of Brahma. He has no obligation to adhere to such rules and regulations because he is completely free to act in many ways at his will. He therefore appears by his own will whenever there is predominance of irreligiosity and disappearance of true religion. Principles of religion are laid down in the Vedas, and any discrepancy in the matter of properly executing the rules of the Vedas make one irreligious. In the Bhagavatam, it is stated that such principles are the laws of the Lord. Only the Lord can manufacture a system of religion. The Vedas are also accepted as originally spoken by the Lord himself to Brahma from within his heart. Therefore, the principles of dharma or religion are the direct orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dharmam tu sakadam bhagavad
Sakshat Bhagavat Pranitam.
sakshat bhagavad
Pranitam.
parnitam. These principles are clearly indicated throughout the Bhagavad Gita. The purpose of the Vedas is to establish such principles under the order of the Supreme Lord. And the Lord directly orders at the end of the Gita that the highest principle of religion is to surrender unto Him and nothing more. The Vedic principles push one towards complete surrender unto him. And whenever such principles are disturbed by the demonic, the Lord appears from the Bhagavatam. We understand that Lord Buddha is the incarnation of Krishna who appeared when the materialism was rampant and materialists were using the pretext of the authority of the Vedas, although there are certain restrictive rules and regulations regarding animal sacrifice for particular purpose in the Vedas. The people of the demonic tendency still took to animal sacrifice without reference to the Vedic principles. Lord Buddha appears in order to stop this nonsense and to establish the Vedic principles of non-violence. Therefore, each and every avatara or incarnation of the Lord has a particular mission, and they are all described in the revealed scripture. No one should be accepted as the avatara unless he is referred to by scriptures. It is not a fact that the Lord appears only on the Indian soil. He can manifest himself anywhere and everywhere. and whenever he desires to appear. In each and every incarnation, he speaks as much about religion as can be understood by the particular people under their particular circumstances. But the mission is the same, to lead people to God consciousness and obedience to the principle of religion. Sometimes he descends personally, and sometimes he sends his bona fide representative in the form of his son or servant or himself in some disguised form. The principle of Bhagavad Gita were spoken to Arjuna and for that matter to the other highly elevated persons because he was highly advanced compared to ordinary persons in the other parts of the world. 2 plus 2 equals 4 is a mathematical principle that is true in the beginner's arithmetic class and in the advanced class as well. Still, there are higher and lower mathematics. In all incarnations of the Lord, therefore, the same principles are taught, but they appear to be higher and lower in varied circumstances. The higher principles of the religion begin with the acceptance of 4 orders and the 4 statuses of social life, as will be explained later. The whole purpose of mission of incarnations is to arouse Krishna consciousness everywhere. Such consciousness is manifest and non-manifest only under the different circumstances.
Thank you, Mataji. So, in the beginning of this chapter with the title Transcendental Knowledge, we read how Krishna glorified this knowledge by stating a fact that who was the first student of Bhagavad Gita? Hai na? Sun God, Surya Dev himself. And then he emphasized on the fact how should one attain this knowledge. And we discuss in detail parampara, disciplic succession. Correct? And we discuss there are 4 bona fide disciplic successions. And we belong to which one? Which is our sampradaya? Anyone? Quickly. इसमें नोट्स देखने की आवश्यकता नहीं होनी चाहिए. Yes, Mamta.
Prabhuji, Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya.
ब्रह्म मध्वा गौड़िया. ठीक है. ब्रह्म मध्वा, मध्वा comes from madhvacharya. Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Very good. Thank you. Correct. And after emphasizing on the fact how to attain this knowledge, Arjuna asked a question. How come, Krishna, you delivered this knowledge to Sun God? Because he's so senior to you in terms of age. Sun God would have appeared in the beginning of creation. And you appeared just now. And we appeared together, almost same age, we are friends. And then Krishna describes, Baba, there's a difference between you and me. Okay. And he describes that Krishna is a Janma. He does not take birth, Anadi, no beginning, Puratan, oldest, but still Navyonam, always fresh. That is Krishna. His body is not like our body, which is material, perishable. His body, soul, all are one, all spiritual. There is no material component, and hence there is no decomposition, or there is no destruction of his body. So if Because he does not change his body, he does not forget. Because we change our body, we forget. Every lifetime, our body is different and we forget what happened in the previous lifetime. But Krishna remembers. He emphasized on this fact. And today Krishna is explaining why he descends. What is the need for Krishna to appear in this material world? Okay. He's saying yada yada hi dharmasya. Glanir. Glanir means, discrepancy. Prabhupada has written. Or fall down in dharma. It's called glani. Glanir bhavati bharata. So whenever dharma declines and adharma increases, I descend. He doesn't say I take birth. Prabhupada clarified. Sajami aham means, doesn't mean I take birth. It means I appear. I descend. Like aeroplane descends, on the ground. Similarly, Krishna descends. He does not take birth like all of us. Like sun rises and sets, appears and disappears. Similarly, Krishna appears and disappears. So if you see some messages in which it is written, Krishna was born and Krishna died, you should understand this message is not bona fide. Just throw that message. Don't think of forwarding such messages, however sweet they may be. Okay? So be very careful. We should not become instrument of spreading ignorance. Forwarding a message is also a big responsibility. Sometimes any message will come, start forwarding. Do we do that or no? Yeah. But you should be very responsible in this. Very careful. We should not end up becoming an instrument or a reason for spreading wrong message or irreligion or unbona fide statement, ignorance. So Krishna says, whenever there is a rise, decline in religious practices and predominant rise of religion, that time I descend. So first of all, let's try to understand what is dharma. Then we'll see decline in dharma. If you ask 10 people about what is dharma, they will tell you 10 different things based on what he thinks is dharma. There are some animal lovers. They think protecting animals is dharma, is their dharma. Feeding animals is dharma. Some people who are social activists, they'll say opening orphanages, hospitals is real dharma. Manav seva, फिर माधव सेवा, ऐसे बोलते हैं, है ना? Serve the humanity first. Some people say taking care of my family is my supreme dharma. To work hard, earn money, to meet requirements of my family, my wife, my children, my parents. That is my supreme dharma. So different people have different understanding of dharma. Sometimes we say Hindu dharma, Muslim dharma, Christian dharma, Sikh dharma, Isai, whatever, Christian dharma. Prabhupada tells in one of the lectures on the same verse, says, in dictionary, this term dharma is defined as a kind of faith, like religion. Hinduism is a kind of faith. Christianity It's like a faith. But this faith is changeable. Such dharmas are convertible. Hindu today can become Muslim tomorrow, can become a Christian day after tomorrow. Yes or no? Correct. This is the understanding of dharma. अब किसी पूछे आपका धर्म क्या है, बोलेगा हिंदू धर्म. I am a Hindu. I am a Muslim. I am a Sikh. I am a Sai. That is not dharma. So there is a gross misunderstanding of this term dharma unless Prabhupada came and clarified what is real dharma. In the lecture, Prabhupada described dharma as one's occupational duty, inherent characteristic, natural propensity. And Prabhupada gives example of, chili has a dharma. What is the dharma of chili? What is the characteristics of chili? Who loves chili? Dr. Vishwas, what is dharma of chili?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dharma of children.
I am saying, what is dharma of chili? Chili.
Chili to tikha hona.
Tikhapan. Correct? Bitterness. What is dharma of sugar?
To be sweet.
To be sweet. What is the dharma of fire?
Prabhuji, jalana.
To give heat.
Heat.
Or light.
Yes.
Correct? So this is dharma. Inherent natural propensity which cannot be changed. Natural propensity of sugar cannot be changed. Natural propensity of chili cannot be changed. Natural propensity of water cannot be changed. Listen carefully. So what is glani? When chili try to become sugar, it is glani. Or sugar try to become chili. Means they try to change their inherent characteristics. Natural propensity, it is adharmasya. Glanir, or fall down in dharma. Discrepancy in dharma, as Prabhupada mentioned in this verse. Srila Sanatan Goswami asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who am I and what is my dharma? Very simple question. Only intelligent people ask this question. Who am I? Only. So material knowledge means leaving oneself trying to know everything else. And spiritual knowledge means trying to know oneself. ठीक है? Material knowledge मतलब खुद को छोड़कर बाकी सब कुछ जानने का प्रयास करना. And spiritual knowledge means trying to know oneself before anything else. So Sanatan Goswami, who is one of our Shat Goswamis, Acharyas, he asked this question to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who am I? And what is my dharma? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained, you are a part and parcel of Krishna. Mamev ansh jivaloke jivbhuta sanatana. And what is my dharma? Jivere sarup. Sarup means identity or dharma. जीवेरे स्वरूप होए नित्यर कृष्णेर दास. Being eternal servant of Krishna is our eternal dharma. Not Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai. Those are changeable like faith. But this dharma, being a servant of Krishna, cannot be changed. Whether you are in Hindu body or a Muslim body or American body, this dharma remains same. American body is also supposed to serve Krishna. Muslim body is also supposed to serve Krishna. And Hindu so-called body is also supposed to serve Krishna. That's why this is called as Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan means eternal occupation of the soul. But when the soul or jiva abandons this dharma and tries to acquire some other fictitious dharma, this is called as glanir bhavati. Fall down in dharma, discrepancy in dharma. So when one is situated in his natural dharma, he is always happy and peaceful. When there is a glani in one's occupational duty or natural propensity, he is working against his natural propensity, natural tendency, he becomes miserable. As simple. If you work against your svabhava, you will not like it. You will not be peaceful, isn't it? Yes or no? We have discussed this earlier. यदि कोई अपने स्वभाव के विरुद्ध काम करे तो बिल्कुल भी उसको आनंद नहीं आएगा. He'll not be peaceful or joyful while doing that activity. But if you also do what you like, naturally you will love. Like Sunilada Prabhu has a habit of drawing sketches on every Sunday. Right? He loves doing it. So it is not to show to someone. Right? It's a small diary he keeps and keep, every Sunday he'll draw some new sketch. He don't want to exhibit these sketches anywhere. Are you, Prabhuji? Do you exhibit these? No. He just loves drawing and hence he derives joy out of it. Naturally, this is a natural propensity of his external body, not his soul. So he loves doing it. So when we do natural propensity of our soul, which is serving Krishna, you derive maximum bliss, maximum happiness. Simply by executing those spiritual activities, one derives satisfaction. This is the quality or this is the beauty of spiritual activities. Simply by executing, one becomes satisfied. His heart becomes full of satisfaction. His heart is nourished. Simply by performing those activities. So Krishna is saying whenever there is a rise in religion means people forget their eternal dharma of serving me, I descend to remind them of their eternal duty. There are 6 types of incarnations in which Krishna descends. 6 types of us, not 6 incarnations, 6 types of incarnation. And every type may have many, many incarnations. One is called Purusha Avatara. Second is called Guna Avatara. Third is called Leela Avatara. Fourth is called Manvantara Avatara. Fifth is called Yuga Avatara. Sixth is called Shaktya Avesh Avatara. मुकुल बाबू जी इसको रिपीट कीजिए, कौन कौन से 6 हैं?
प्रभु जी मैं ध्यान नहीं दे पाया।
कौन ध्यान दिया? यू कैन रिपीट, संजय माली प्रभु।
प्रभु जी, पुरुष अवतार, गुण अवतार, लीला अवतार, मनवंतर अवतार, युग अवतार एंड शक्ति आवेश अवतार.
Very good. 6 types of incarnations. Purusha avatara and Guna avatara are the avatars largely to do with creation of this material world and maintenance of this material world. Who are the Purusha avatars? Krishna descends as Karno Dakshaya Vishnu, Garbho Dakshaya Vishnu, and Shiro Dakshaya Vishnu. 3 types of Vishnus. These are called Purusha avatara. ठीक है. गुणावतारा ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश, presiding deities of Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Vishnu is a presiding deity of Sattva-guna, Brahma is a presiding deity of Rajoguna, and Lord Shiva is a presiding deity of Tamoguna. Then Leela avatar, many variety of Leela avatars. Narasimha Bhagwan, Matsya avatar, Varha avatar, Ram avatar, Buddha avatar, they are Leela avatars. They descend to perform different pastimes, Leela. Then comes Yuga avatar. They descend to remind people of a specific yuga about what is the yuga dharma of that yuga. Yuga avatar. Then Shakti Avesh avatar. Shakti Avesh avatar means Krishna empowers some living entity to do something wonderful, great. Shakti Avesh means he infuses his energy, his potency into a jiva to do something wonderful. Like Vyasdev, who wrote all the Vedas, he is a Shakti Avesh avatar. Empowered to do something wonderful. Shakti Avesh avatar. So like this is a Manvantara avatar. Okay. So different avatars have different purposes to serve. Ultimately one purpose, to remind living entity of Krishna consciousness or to arouse Krishna consciousness. That is the ultimate objective. To get the jiva out of this material world by developing love for Krishna. Manvantara Avatara means there are, like Brahma's one day, there are 14 Manvantaras. Like we have 12 hours in a day, Brahmaji has 14 Manvantaras. Every Manvantara there is a Manvantara avatar. Like this, there is every avatar in Yuga, Kali Yuga, Satyuga, sorry, Satyuga, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali Yuga. Okay. In Bhagavatam, it is described what are the Yuga Dharma of 4 Yugas. Krite tad dhyayeto Vishnu Tretayam Yajato Makhay Dwapare Paricharyayam Kalo tad Hari Kirtanat. ठीक है. 4 युगों में 4 धर्म कौन कौन से? युग धर्म. ध्यान लगाना, meditation, silent meditation is the yuga dharma of Satyuga. Performing yajna, swaha, swaha is the yuga dharma of Treta Yuga. Very opulent worship in big temples is Yuga Dharma of Dwapar Yuga. And what is the Yuga Dharma of Kali Yuga? Kalo tad Hari Kirtanat. Hari ka Kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this is the Yuga Dharma of all of us, people living in Kali Yuga. Are you discussing about what is Dharma? Bhagavatam describes Dharma as Save Pumsham Paro Dharma Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje Ahetuki Apratihata Yatma Suprasidati. What is the supreme? Paro Dharma means what is the supreme Dharma? Yator Bhaktir Adhokshaje. Adhokshaje means Krishna. Yato Bhakti, unki seva is the supreme Dharma of every living entity. But in which mood we have to serve Krishna? Ahetuki, without any motivation. Not that when I chant, Krishna will give me a lot of business. When I chant, Krishna will give me promotion. Oh, after I started chanting, I am getting good bonus. That is business. That is not original, pristine Dharma. Pristine Dharma or service by itself, reflects it has to be unmotivated. Otherwise, not service. Correct, na? हम बोलते हैं हम ये government servant, but every month we expect government to give us salary. How is it service? Service has to be unmotivated, without any expectation. Then it is service. Ahetuki. That should be the mood while serving Krishna. When you chant, just chant for the pleasure of Krishna, not to derive any benefit out of it. Then it is Dharma. Otherwise, not Dharma. So we don't chant to become peaceful. That is not ahetuki. We chant to give pleasure to Krishna. समझ रहे हैं ना? I may be struggling in chanting, but if that gives joy to Krishna, I will struggle. If my chanting is giving joy to Krishna, that is successful. So our service mood has to be without any ulterior motive. Whenever you give charity or serve somebody, serve Vaishnava, serve Krishna, do not ask for anything in return. Then we contaminate that service immediately. Krishna knows what is best for us, even we don't know. Like a child doesn't know what is best for him, but parents know what is best for him. Child may ask things which may be dangerous for him. Yes or no? So we may ask you things which may be not favorable for our devotional life, but we may ask. Why? Because we ask under the influence of three gunas. Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Satoguna. So anything we ask might be unfavorable for us in the long term. So we should leave it to Krishna. Krishna, if you so desire. Even if you pray something, you should add this. Krishna, if you so desire. अभी आपकी इच्छा है तो. Bottom line is our service has to be without any motivation, without any expectation. And second is ahetuki apratihata, without any interruption. Very, very important. Then it becomes real dharma. Without motivation, without interruption. Consistent. If you chant, be consistent. Don't keep interrupting it. आज किया, कल नहीं किया, एक हफ्ता किया, एक हफ्ता छोड़ दिया, है ना? That is not parodharma. Parodharma is without motivation and without interruption. It means like if you're trying to love Krishna, love cannot be sporadic. Love is consistent every day, every moment, every week, every month, every year. Now, you don't love your life, love your children or wife on Mondays or Tuesdays or on Sundays. Okay, Monday I love my children, Tuesday I love my mother, Wednesday I love my father, and Thursday I love my friends. Love is supposed to be consistent. It is an attitude, not an activity to be finished. So two conditions. And if one, listen carefully, if one fulfills these two conditions while serving Krishna, yayatma suprasidati, his heart becomes blissful. Suprasidati. Prasidati means completely satisfied, and su means completely satisfied. His heart is nourished, becomes peaceful. If one is serving Krishna with this mood of, what is the mood? Pure intention and consistent. Pure intention means nothing in return, and consistent means uninterrupted. So this is called parodharma, supreme dharma. And that supreme dharma in Kali Yuga is Kali Kale Nam Rupe Krishna Avatar. Krishna descends in Kali Yuga in the form of his holy name. So serving the holy name is the Yuga dharma of Kali Yuga. Why? Because we cannot perform other dharmas in this Yuga. We cannot meditate. We cannot perform sacrifices because there are no pure Brahmins, pure ingredients available. We cannot have big temples also to worship. But we can at least chant and hear attentively, without motivation, without interruption. Then we fulfill the requirement of Yuga dharma, of Kali Yuga. Kali Kale Nama Rupe. In the form of his name, Kali Kale, in Kali Yuga, Krishna Avatar, Krishna descends. So Krishna has descended in Kali Yuga in the form of his name. So if we chant, it means we serve Krishna. So we should chant consistently and without motivation. Then you'll be satisfied completely. Your heart will be nourished, full of joy. Devotees who chant 16 rounds in the morning hours, they can share their experience, how they feel at around 9 o'clock. If you have done your Mangala Aarti, you have finished 16 rounds, and you heard 1 hour of Bhagavatam, then 9 o'clock your heart is suprasidati, fully satisfied. The whole day goes very well. Few days back, one of our devotees sent me a message. I'll read in front of you. So this is his realization. He said, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danat Pranam. Just wanted to share that life feels like a breeze when chanting is all done in the morning. Yeah. So I'm not talking about some bookish language. I'm talking about realization of a devotee amongst one of us. Just wanted to share that life feels like a breeze. Breeze means what? Suprasidati. When one finishes his quota of chanting in the early hours, morning hours. Okay. And who delivered this dharma to us? Which form of Krishna? Anyone? Who inaugurated Sankirtan? Yes, Vinita Mata.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. So Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to deliver this Yuga Dharma to all the fallen souls like all of us. In the next verse, Krishna says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadushkatam. To protect devotees and to kill miscreants. If Krishna comes with this purpose in Kali Yuga, with his Sudarshan Chakra, to protect devotees and to kill non-devotees, who will be left on the earthly planet? All are miscreants. Krishna has to kill virtually everyone. Yes or no? Vinashaya chadushkritam. All of us will be finished. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is a pastime explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jagai Madhai, you must have heard, some of you heard about this. So one of them hit Nityanand Prabhu on his head with a pot and he started bleeding. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very angry. He called his Sudarshan Chakra to kill this person, this Jagai Madhai. Nityanand Prabhu stopped him. What are you doing? You have not come for this purpose of killing people. You have come with the purpose of killing one's sinful propensity, not the sinful person. If you have to kill sinful person, then you have to kill everyone in Kali Yuga. Isn't it? So he brought another weapon. Not Sudarshan Chakra is not applicable in Kali Yuga. What is applicable? Which is another weapon? This Mahamantra. This Mahamantra does the same thing, but with a difference. Difference is what? It also kills, but kills the sinful propensity in the heart, not the person. Not the person. So that's why Krishna's, this form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called Mahavadanaya, the most magnanimous, most merciful form. He has come, he is Krishna himself. It's called Yugal Avatar. He is Radha plus Krishna together. Combined form of Radha Krishna is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why he comes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? That's a different subject matter. I'll explain later. The most merciful, most magnanimous form of Krishna is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who has delivered this Mahamantra to all of us for our deliverance? To kill all the sinful propensities in our heart. So one may ask, तो जब पे थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है और कोई alternative है क्या? Is an alternative? Unfortunately, there is no alternative. Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nameva Kevalam. Kevalam means this is the only and only dharma of Kali Yuga. Okay. So when we fall down from our constitutional position of serving Krishna, Krishna descends as a holy name in Kali Yuga to deliver us from the sinful propensity of not serving Krishna but serving ourselves and transform our heart, cleanse our heart, and arouses that same propensity to serve Krishna once again. So when you chant the holy name consistently without motivation, after a few months you can feel there is a considerable difference in our disposition, in our behavior, in our propensities, in our material desires. So one should not avoid chanting at any cost. Ahetuki apratihata. Always remember these two words. Ahetuki apratihata. Without any motivation and without any interruption. Pure intentions and consistent. Chant with pure intentions and consistently. So 18th of this month is the Gaur Purnima day, appearance day of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I'll send few lectures here about, or maybe next session I'll see if we can. Today is 6th, next will be 13th. So next session will dedicate to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his pastimes. Okay, we'll talk about that. I'll send one pranam mantra of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very simple. Namo Mahavadanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaura Tashe Namaha. I'll send this to memorize this in the next 7 days. And next Sunday we'll discuss about only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and a bit in terms of glories of the holy name. Okay? Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. If you have any question, you can ask. Yes, Vishwas. अनम्यूट करो, आवाज नहीं आ रही आपको. Can't hear you. अनम्यूट करो. Not audible. Check करो आपका connection. It was audible earlier. Anyone else? Yes, Vinita Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, we are talking about chanting. I also wanted to know what is the importance of quality of chanting, because I personally fail over there. I feel my mind is not focused. I try very hard, but so is it important to finish 16 rounds, or is it important to do few but do it with total focus and concentration?
Both. And it is possible when you try to do it in the morning hours. Please don't leave the meeting. Just stay for another 5-10 minutes. Okay? If you chant in the morning hours, then you naturally will have quality chanting. And we should try to finish our quota in the morning itself. And it is possible. Most devotees do this. For that, one has to have a schedule in which you get up early in the morning, around 3:30, 4 o'clock. And if you have the discipline of getting up early, then you can attain both. If you keep chanting throughout the day, that is not quality chanting. It's just ticking, tick mark lagane ke barabar hai. Ho gaya mera aaj ka quota ho gaya. And then you'll never be satisfied because quality you cannot maintain. Morning time is such charged with Sattva-guna that, as day progresses, Rajoguna increases. Mind becomes hyperactive. Mind is relatively calmer in the morning. And during the day, it becomes hyperactive. Becomes very difficult to focus, and just a formality. Okay, so we should try to allocate 2 hours in the morning to finish our 16 rounds. And it is not impossible. It is possible. Most of devotees do that. If you try, you'll do it. Quality is very important. At the same time, quantity. Quantity is sankalpa. You have taken a vow to finish certain rounds. You must be determined to finish that, come what may. And while parallelly, we should keep improving our quality. Quality means recite and hear. Try to hear every mantra carefully. That is quality. Let the mind go, but you should try to hear every word, every mantra carefully, attentively. And that is feasible in the morning hours. During the day hours, क्या होगा? बाहर से ट्रैफिक जा रहा है, किचन में काम चल रहा है, आवाजें आ रही हैं, कोई आपको आवाज लगा रहा है, Vinita, आपके husband might call, children might call, then your attention is always diverted. Can't do anything properly. So when everybody is sleeping, finish your sadhana. ठीक है?
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mamta Mataji.
Prabhuji, I just wanted to share a pastime. Can I?
Yeah, please.
Prabhuji, it was about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that you told he was born in the golden form. Prabhuji, I recently heard the pastime that when Radharani had washed her hands in the Radha Kund, when Yashoda Maiya had put haldi on her, and when Krishna had taken bath, he had come out very golden, and Radharani told him that you look very beautiful like this. So please take another avatar in this beautiful form. So in the next form, Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
So in Chaitanya Charitamrita describes both external and internal reasons. Internal means confidential reasons of appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We'll try to discuss that in detail in next session. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, both internal and external reasons. Okay. Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. So if no more queries, then we can stop here. Okay. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Bhakti ki jai. Thank you very much, everyone.